We've got another champion. Mr. SOUTAR, Alan, how are you?
Good, thank you, Dan. Good to see you. I've not seen you for a wee while, but I've been keeping track on Facebook, obviously, but good to speak to you.
Yep, and the reason why we're doing this is because we've just completed the Nations Challenge on JDC Virtual, which started out with, God, how many nationalities way back in lockdown world. And the finals were this weekend. The chap on the screen there, Mr. Alan SOUTAR, has come out as the champion. Congratulations on that one. So Scotland wins something again.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to hear, Scotland winning, yeah. It's not often in other sports, but in darts we can kind of hold our own sometimes.
Do fabulously, we do, mate. So not only have you got the world record, which, remind me, was it 2000?
2,309 or somewhere about that, you know,
Yeah.
Can't remember.
So we've got a world record holder. We've got now a Nations Challenge champion, because you had to, on the day, way back, I don't know, sometime in June, I guess, or May,
yeah,
the day was about each nation. So you were competing against other Scots. You must have known a few, I guess, at the time.
Yeah, because in Angus, there's quite a lot of the guys doing it. So when I was having my attempt, I'm thinking there's a few guys going to gun for this one. Scott Winder, Martin Cool, the guys from my local area, they've been doing it absolutely loads. So they've got right into it, and they were absolutely looking to take me out, definitely.
Well, you progressed well, and then this weekend, Robbie contacted everybody that had posted those scores way back. Some couldn't make it, so we couldn't have a full, because it's the world's changed a lot, hasn't it? But those that did, all through Saturday and Sunday. Now, when was yours? What
I played on Saturday at 4 o'clock. It was actually a good story because I'm playing in the WDF Virtual Cup as well at the minute for Scotland. So at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, I was in a Skype call to a guy in Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia, playing him at darts in the WDF Virtual Cup.
Right.
An hour off and then done the JDC Virtual routine for Scotland for the Nations Challenge. It was crazy. I think just the way the world's went with lockdown, you would never have ever had this a year ago, you know, so it's brilliant. I love it. I'm all right at dealing with the home setup, and there's little things that happen in the background that can obviously unnerve people and put them off, but I like it. I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know whether I've got one here, but I've forgotten how to use a microphone. You know, normally you go and see people and have a chat. Now it's all like, oh, look, I'm on the screen. So it is different, absolutely. But I think everybody's embracing it, hopefully, and it will continue. So JDC Virtual now completed the Nations Challenge. Obviously, that's got to be done every year. So you'd be looking to do that again, I would have thought.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually looking on the iPad before I came on with you. I've done it 121 times, the routine, over this last lockdown period. And my average score is around 1480, 1490. So I only scored 1531. Everyone thinks about the world record score, but that's it. It's a one-off worldy score. So I probably averaged around about what I normally do. It wasn't a high one, it wasn't a low one. It was kind of middle of where I normally am. So it was quite good banter actually on the day because there's quite a few of the nations chipping in, and Robbie was messaging me about only 5 nations to go, only 4 nations to go, and it was obviously the bigger sort of Wales and England and things like that were still to play. Republic of Ireland, Dimitri, there's quite a few of them still to go. Guy from Nigeria was giving me a bit of jip on Facebook saying I'm coming to get you and things. Brilliant.
It was
brilliant. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was giving it. I'm going to get you in Gibraltar and all this stuff. So it was really good fun.
This is it. What people won't see, because obviously they're posting the scores up and Rob is making sure that they're there so everybody can see. But behind that, we've got the messaging going on, as you say, messenger, bits on Facebook, probably the odd text, I don't know, trying to wind each other up. And then and then like every sort of 20 minutes, half an hour, another score's coming in. You're like, but you can, the thing is with this virtual stuff, okay, when you're playing, it's different, but you can actually sort of go about your business, but enjoy all this at the same time.
Yeah, I think I was busy Saturday and Sunday, but I was keeping a track every hour on the hour. I knew there was another one going, so I'd have a little nosy on Facebook, go to JDC Virtual's page, have a little look and see who scored what. So I was keeping a track the whole weekend, even though I wasn't involved in the darts the whole weekend, because I'd had my shot on Saturday. Set a fairly good target, which I wasn't, if I'm being honest, I didn't think that would survive the weekend. I didn't think it would survive Sunday with the calibre of players that were coming behind. Yeah. But obviously, do you know what? Every time you do JDC Virtual and you go live on Facebook, it's different. And, you can score 17, 1800. Yeah, you do it yourself. Yeah, so when you're doing it in the house, you can chuck a practice, no problem. As soon as you go live on Facebook, because you just know it's a different pressure, so it's good. I quite like it.
I can't argue really, because it is. I don't know whether everybody knows, but it's free. There's no entry fee or anything of this. It was just a bit of fun, really, to start with, and it turned into this sort of, I reckon, an annual thing. But no money changes hands whatsoever.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And you know what? Everyone's getting a little look at Go Darts Pro as well, which are good supporters.
Yeah.
You guys are working together, so JDC and Go Darts Pro is a brilliant setup. And if you want to get the premium for Go Darts Pro and go and play on that system, there's loads and loads of practice games, and quite a lot of guys have chipped in on that. So yeah, like you say though, it's absolutely free to do virtual, JDC virtual. So why not have a go? If you're stuck in the house, a lot of people going back into these tier 3s and tier 2s and lockdowns. Get involved in the JDC virtual. Get involved in it, definitely.
Yeah. Well, you're right. I mean, with the premium stuff on there's loads of other games. You don't have to, I work for the JDC, but you don't have to do everything JDC. You can still play other games. But what people may not realise is that Anders supports all of our academy network. So looking out for Go Darts Pro and using his platform, playing JDC Virtual, so actually inadvertently you're helping the kids, because it helps support the software for the academies, which is Anders' work. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's all linked together, and I think people need to realise that all the stuff in the background. I think everyone just wants the end product, but obviously, if you think about the little bit that you chip in from your house or your cash, then it's all going background into the system to help out. It's great, brilliant.
And you do that. I've noticed you raise lots of things get bits of cash going for the kids for the World Cups and what have you.
Yeah, I'm in a lucky position though, Darren, from playing on the circuit and playing for Scotland. The things, I done an exhibition in lockdown with Glenn Durrant, and we were in the hotel together, and he came, knocked the door of the hotel room and says, "Here, Suits, this is for the academy for you guys to go to Gibraltar." And he handed me his shirt, all signed and framed in it, and I was like,
nice.
I didn't even ask him for it. He's aware of stuff on Facebook. He's quite good socially on Facebook, so he just came and gave me that. So we still got that sitting in the back just now. We're keeping it, even though he's Premier League champion, we're keeping it back a little bit. Him, and we've got an MVG one. So yeah, we're lucky that way, that I've got maybe a higher profile than just a Darts Academy organizer. You
say you're lucky, mate, but I've known you a little while now. You deserve it. You work hard. You practice hard. You negotiate hard. You're very passionate about your country, and I think that's something that we've got to have in darts, because you're right. Players step out onto the circuit and they need backing, or they're looking for sponsorship. Well, you can still work hard yourself, can't you, to build your own little business?
Yeah, of course.
Dart player.
Yeah, and I think I watch Steve, the way he does the JDC stuff as well. You and Steve, it's a brand. You build your own brand as well. As a player, Steve builds himself as a brand when he got his tour card back. It's all about selling yourself as well, I suppose. You've got to try and remain a bit humble and don't take it to that next level. But if you can build a brand that people can get behind, then that all helps. Like exactly looking behind you at all the sponsors on the JDC backdrop. That's how you get these things. How you get partnerships. Great.
Team effort. So what was it? So you woke up this morning and thought, champion again.
I woke up to a message from Jamie Cooper. So he asked me to sort my address out again. He's going to send me a JDC gold medal.
Oh yes, a very special gold medal.
There you go. I love things like that. Little mementos. I've got WDF gold, silver, bronze medals, which are quite important to me, and I've got them in a cool place in my house. I look at them and think, me and Ross Montgomery have done a fair bit together in the world, and they've got pride of place. Yeah. And things I've done in darts. So the JDC virtual one will get hung up next to them, and it's pretty cool. I think that's a cool thing.
The gold medals, I mean, I don't think anybody would be able to probably reach that kind of thing. So, they are very special. So yes, you'll be the one and only, I think, recipient of a gold medal. I'm hugely jealous. So we'll have to get a photograph and do a photo shoot of you. You can show us your medal. But thoroughly deserved, my friend. You've been a great advocate for the JDC virtual program. It was launched in a time where we just had to keep playing. And the JDC out there. So I'd like to get an opportunity to thank everybody that's had a go at it, and all the banter and all the people that have, you see the little dartboards every other night practicing, getting their kids involved, or just getting involved in the Nations Challenge. So all of you have made it really good fun. So I suppose the next question is the next thing we're going to launch, maybe get involved with that and have a go at some team stuff, which would be great.
Yeah, quite excited to see what comes of that, because it's something that I tried the singles competition, JDC Virtual Singles Comp. We've done that as a fundraiser as well for Gibraltar.
Of course, that's right.
And we had entries from Northern Ireland, from England, from Republic of Ireland, so it was pretty much British based, but there's a lot of guys chipped in and you're thinking, wow, it's quite good. It was something that took off. So it was a hard format because JDC Virtual is kind of individual, but when you've done it against another player, it was interesting. It added it's not 5-0 in darts, it's totally different. So it kind of levels the playing field. A few missed doubles.
Can't blame anybody else. It's just you, isn't it?
One guy bangs in Shanghai, and then you're like, wow, he's jumped 100 points in front of me. So it's good. Yeah. I quite like it. I think the teams thing will be good, and everything that you and Anders and Steve come up with moving forward is only going to benefit guys getting involved in virtual. You're going to be. I don't even know when darts is going to be back. Our academy's been closed since the start of lockdown, and we've never even looked at trying to get it back because of the situation. It seems impossible, and we don't seem to be getting anywhere better soon. So virtual is probably the way ahead. Everyone getting their setups a bit better. Get the bracket, get tablets, get the setups. I played in the GDC, the WDF virtual, there, and some of the setups you played against, they could benefit from, maybe buying a new light or getting a new board or getting a new setup. Just having tablets and your phone set up correctly and TV screens and things. It makes a huge difference to you playing. So I'm an advocate of making your setup better.
Yeah, it's an investment because, as you say, these things can only go on. It's been a wonderful few months, online, I suppose. Steve and Anders getting together this week actually to finalise all that. So we'll have some juicy detail on how all that's going to go with the team stuff. Mate, it's been superb, and it's been great watching you, because every time we watch you, we're thinking, is he going to get another couple of grand? Is he going to 2,500, whatever, But Alan, it's been fantastic, and thank you for all you do. Congratulations on being the nation's champion. I know Scotland winning it's probably better for you than yourself, really, but
100%. And the way that you listed it all out on Facebook yesterday was by nations, not by players. So it said Scotland at the top of the tree. So we'll take that all day long.
I thought you might. Thank you. That. Right, lovely, great stuff. And we'll catch you. We wait a picture on social media with your medal, and congratulations on that. Catch up with you soon, my friend.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers, Dan. Bye bye.
Cheers, Al.